Today we're diving into a major transfer shocker that's got every Arsenal fan talking. The Gunners have just signed Noni Madueke, the dynamic Chelsea winger, and it's left fans wondering why now and how does he fits in. In this in-depth breakdown, we'll explore the tactical reasoning behind this bold move, what it means for players like Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz, and how Mikel Arteta is building a squad that could finally dominate both England and Europe. Noni Madueke is just 23-year-old, one of the most explosive young white players in the Premier League. Madueke is known for his devastating dribbling, quick changes of direction and powerful left foot. He is a natural right winger but tries cutting in from either side. At Chelsea, inconsistency and injuries slowed his progress, but flashes of brilliance was impossible to ignore. Under the right coach in the right system, Madueke can be one of the league's most dangerous attacking players. So why did Arsenal, already stacked with attacking talent, decided to make a move? To understand the Madueke signing, we have to look at Mikel Arteta's evolution as a manager. Since taking over in 2019, Arteta has shifted Arsenal from a possession-based, contagious side to a highly aggressive, positionally fluid attacking force. Last season saw Arteta's 4-3-3 system heavily relied on Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli out wide, but towards the end of the season, fatigue and unpredictability crept in. Arsenal lacked that extra flair, that unpredictable winger who could change a game single-handedly. Enter Madueke, he offers something different: chaos, flair and directness, a proper plan B or even a rotational option to keep Saka fresh. Bukayo Saka has been Arsenal's crown jewel, a consistent performer and fan favorite, but Arsenal leaned on him too much. He played almost every game last season and opponents began to double or triple up on him. With Madueke, Arteta now has a player who can either start on the right and allow Saka to rest or switch flanks entirely, even allowing both to start in some high-intensity matches with Saka on the left or centrally. It's a smart move to preserve Saka's long-term fitness and effectiveness. Arsenal's midfield is arguably its most complete area, with Martin Odegaard leading creativity and Declan Rice offering structure and bite. But what if Arteta wants to change the tempo? This is where links to players like Martin Zubimendi, Christian Nørgaard and Mikel Merino come in. Zubimendi offers press resistance and positional intelligence. Nørgaard is a ball winner with underrated distribution. Merino a complete box-to-box profile who adds height and composure. None of these players are flashy, but they allow Arteta to build around attackers like Madueke by freeing them of defensive duties. Imagine a midfield trio of Rice, Merino and Odegaard behind Madueke, Saka, Trossard or Havertz. That's balance, creativity and power. Then there's Kai Havertz. His last role last season was debated endlessly. False 9, left 8, shadow striker, whatever you call it, his positioning was key. With Madueke arriving, Havertz become even more important. He can float in the left half space, linking midfield and attack while allowing Madueke to isolate his man on 1-on-1. Arteta may also use Havertz to create overloads on the right, dragging defenders and freeing up Madueke's channel. Arsenal's interest in players like Martin Zubimendi and Mikel Merino shows how serious they are about building a sustainable midfield core. Zubimendi from Real Sociedad is one of the most technically sound pivots in Europe. Calm under pressure, brilliant in build-up and positionally disciplined. He would allow Rice to push higher in certain games. That would benefit Madueke immensely. More protection behind means more freedom to express himself, to drift inside, stay wide or even rotate flanks with other forwards. Merino on the other hand is a more rugged option, less flashy, more physical, but tactically intelligent and Premier League proven. He could offer depth and experience in a squad that's growing younger. These are the kind of midfielders that allow players like Madueke to thrive because they balance risk and control. Christian Nørgaard might not be the flashiest name, but his tactical intelligence is underrated. He reads danger, break-up plays and distributes efficiently. Arsenal have lacked a true backup to Rice, and Nørgaard could be that reliable presence who enables rotation and competition. Players like Madueke need ball winners behind them who can recycle possession quickly. Nogar's arrival is low cost, high value and further show Arteta's focus on structural intensity. Signing Madueke is also about pushing the squad. Complacency can kill a title challenge. With Madueke breathing down his neck, Saka can't afford to cost. Martinelli now feels pressure too, knowing Arsenal could shift Saka to the left and start Madueke on the right. Healthy competition drives improvement, and that's how you build a winning culture. Madueke isn't just a winger, he's a signal to whole squad, no one is untouchable. Arteta is obsessed with control, but he's leading to add chaos. Last season, Arsenal something lacked unpredictability. They dominated games but struggled to break low blocks. Madueke is a chaos merchant. He's unpredictable, he'll lose the ball but he'll also make something special happen. That's the kind of edge Arsenal need in tight Champions League ties or keggy league games. And with smart midfield additions like Zubimendi or Nogard, Arteta can afford to unleash Madueke without losing balance. So why did Arsenal sign Noni Madueke? Because they want to win, not just compete, win, and to win you need depth, unpredictability and a willingness to evolve. Madueke is a risk, but one that could elevate Arsenal's attack to the next level under Arteta. In this system, he may finally become the star many believed he's destined to be. So what do you think about the signing? Was it a masterstroke or unnecessary? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it and don't forget to subscribe for more tactical deep dives all season long. And we'll catch you in the next one.